What's up? It's Mike Mal, and you are listening to the Athletor Podcast, where we dive into the processes, mindsets, strategies of some of the most successful athletes and coaches from all walks of life. What's up? It's Mike. You're listening to the Athletor Podcast. This week's guest is our very first repeat guest, Parker Keckeisen. He just came off the U.S. Open where he finished fourth. And I got to tell you, he really breaks down the positions and the situations that he needs to improve on. And he had to wrestle guys like Kyle Dake and guys like Chance Marsteller. These are really, really big mountains to climb. One of the big topics on this podcast, though, was the NIL situation, how it looks in 2025, what made him stay at UNI throughout his entire wrestling career in college, and why he felt that he has no regrets at all for not taking the bag. All that and more coming up on the Athletor Podcast. Don't go nowhere, kid. Hey, everyone knows that wrestling is 90% mental. We're super excited to have partnered with Wrestling Mindset, the #1 wrestling specific mindset program in the world. Make sure to sign up at wrestlingmindset.com using promo code Athletor25 for a $500 discount. Stop underperforming and losing to guys that you should beat. Athletor Podcast, our very first repeat guest, and I couldn't be more excited to have Parker Keckeisen back on the podcast. Thank you so much for making some time for us today, brother.
No, thank you for having me. Excited. First repeater? That's crazy.
First ever.
That's crazy.
I'm pretty psyched about it. I got to be honest with you. Couldn't think of a better guy to have on. So before we get into I really wanted to talk to you, and when I texted you, I kind of made it clear I wanted to talk to you about NIL and kind of the state of affairs that we're in. But before we get to all that, I do want to get your thoughts on this past weekend at the U.S. Open. And kind of, did you learn anything at all from the U.S. Open?
Yeah, I learned a lot. I learned that Kyle Dake's pretty good, and so is Chance Marsteller. Those guys are pretty good, and it was just honestly a lot of fun. I don't know, I had a lot of fun just competing. I don't know. It's like I feel like I usually put a little too much pressure on myself, and I don't know if that's just college season or just like I don't know. I'll say it like this. I was texting Max the other day, and he was like, I don't know. I never thought I'd be this good at wrestling to wrestle those guys. I'm gonna be honest, I'm playing with house money. So I
swear I've never heard it put.
I think it's actually it's I get an opportunity to go wrestle the best guys and be one of the best guys in the world. So and maybe that's just an ultimate state of gratitude, but also it's actually kind of cool, and I had a lot of fun. I don't know, it was very enjoyable. That you can't give up a 4-0 lead against Chance. That dude's real hard to score on, and I felt like I am there with the best in the world. It's just a little bit I think trusting yourself a little bit earlier and just getting to your positions, which is hard against some of the best guys in the world, but also what a challenge. And so I don't know if those are kind of just my thoughts on it, but it's just get better and keep progressing and see what, I don't know, I'm gonna keep enjoying it because I had a lot of fun.
Well, you said hard to score on Chance. I agree with you. He is really hard to score on. One of the things that I saw was it's just impossible to not, let me rephrase, not impossible. It's really difficult to not give up ground on a guy like Chance or a guy like Dake. Tell me what it felt like in there in the moment.
Yeah, Dake took so much ground on me. And talking with Doug today, he says getting your head turned, and I think I gotta win the center a little bit, win the center more, which is simple but yet hard. These notifications are actually gonna make me mad. But it's simple yet hard, and it's, I guess I don't know, it's just.
Hey, don't go anywhere. It's Mike. We'll get back to the podcast in just a second. We got to pay the bills though. Do you have an athlete that's looking to break into the social media space? We at athletorlive.com have a brand new in-depth tutorial done by none other than Keckeisen Henshaw. If you don't know who Keckeisen is, he's not even a Division I wrestler, yet he's got hundreds of thousands of engaged followers. Learn how to create engaging content, grow your followers, and open up new opportunities in the NIL space. Go to athletorlive.com/Keckeisen and we'll give you the first module completely free.
Going out there and maybe thinking just knowing I'm better than him or better than that will help how I wrestle, but also just continuing to get better. I don't know, that notification messed me up. I'm so sorry with that thought. So sorry.
That's okay. No, I mean, like in the actual moment, like, hey, this dude's taking ground on me, and I can't. There ain't a whole lot that I can do about it right now. What was the thought going through your head? Like, oh crap, this is not good.
Oh, I'm like, I gotta do something about this. Like, like the actual thought was like, dude, you gotta clear this 2-on-1 because he is pushing you all over the place. And also a little bit of like, dang, I'm gonna have to do a lot of push-out work. But my actual thought is like, man, you need to get your right hand clear and not let him hold you in tight. You need to get to your space. So, and I don't think I executed that well. So,
Well, again, you're also talking about one of the best in the world, right? Like
oh yeah,
the dude has made more than one Mount Rushmore on this podcast. So let's go back to the college season.
Hmm.
Tell me what the difference is between wrestling the NCAA tournament. Let's tournament as a whole, but really in the NCAA finals again, as opposed to wrestling in the US Open. Because here's the thing, like all the fanfare, all the lights, all the smoke, all the pyro is around the NCAA tournament. But then you go 2-3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, whatever the heck it is, to the US Open, and like every match is like the NCAA finals, right? I mean, like every match is a person that has the opportunity to beat you.
yeah. I totally had that thought. It was like the quarters was me and Rocco. I'm like, oh, it's like,
Oh,
I'm like, damn, that's the
oh.
quarter. But honestly, I like the U.S. Open way better because it was like, well, it's like NCAAs is just one match a session, so it's like a lot more waiting around. It's like it's awesome. I'm sure it's awesome for the fans, and it was awesome. Actually, I really enjoyed wrestling in it. But like, I loved how the U.S. Open was like bang, 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 bang. It's just wrestling. So, and then yeah, but the quarters being that, and then I'm like, then it's like, oh, it's like a new level of wrestling that is like kind of it's really fun. I don't know. It's like first time I think I don't know the first time I've ever had fun wrestling, but I actually like really enjoyed the challenge of Rocco and then a Dake and then a Coleman and then and then Chance. It's like dang, it's like you're almost like teetering the edge of and hopefully teetering the edge like oh you can lose and or you could like you can't win. So it's like you got to go take it. So it's like you had to be way more on to say the least.
Sure. Sure. That makes sense. Yeah, like on at all times, right? Like on in the quarters, on in
Yeah,
the semis. On like, oh, okay, this is not stopping. Yeah,
yeah,
it was interesting to see. You know, one of the things my household follows you pretty closely. Um, it was interesting to see how you reacted to that as an athlete. Um, and pretty well, I might add, because it's not a typical tournament, right? Like it's not, something tells me that everything up until this point, you could take the quarters off a little bit. You could take well, all right, fell into the wrestlebacks. Okay, now I got to wrestle Chance Marsteller. So tell me what it's like to kind of get up for each one of those matches. Like, okay, this is a real deal match right now.
Yeah. I just honestly in freestyle too, I think it's like I've been doing like I didn't do a lot of it, but it's like you can almost get like I remember doing practice matches and you could get you could fall into a lace and the match be over. So even like that maybe in like the first round or the second round, it just like you have to be more aware because like in folk style, if I give up a takedown, it's like all right. But if you give up a lace, like the match is over, and then you're not on the front side anymore, and then maybe you're off the backside. So it's
Right.
like that's what I liked about it though. It was like because I like there was no, it was just wrestling. Because in at the Open, I just felt like they just like got the matches done. Like they just like for my Conti semis, like I did not know I was about to be up. I was talking with Max, and then someone says you're on the board, and I didn't have my shoes on, so it's like, and I'm thinking of like it's like I had to run, and I put my knee pads on wrong, so I had to take my knee pads off. I was like, bro, it was like not the most ideal for that match, but it was like I don't know. I'm used to at NCAAs, like you're building up. 65 comes up. That's when you tie your shoes, put your laces on. There's time in between matches, and it's just like a lot of waiting around. So I feel like in that way, it's like more of a prep that you're on, and then I feel like at the Open, it was just like shit, dude. You just gotta go wrestle, and like I feel like even I've had some of my best wrestling ever where like you're not thinking. It's like you just go. It's just like one match after another. Like I'm thinking like Fargo, even like my junior year is just you're just pounding out like you're just in the zone. It's like you're not taking off your shoes in between matches. You're just wrestling, and that's what I really enjoyed. It was like it's like all right. It's like there's no time though. There's no time to wait. It's like oh I'm wrestling Dake. Oh I'm wrestling Chance. So it's like wrestling Marcus. It's like there's no time to think. It's just like, oh, go do, and it's like just putting in the instinct right away. So it's like,
Why do you think you like that better than the lead up, the wait?
uh, why? I just the maybe I'm like efficient in my head. Maybe I just like efficiency, but I also like the show a little bit too. I think I just man, it just made me go. It's like getting on the bike. It's like once you get on the bike, you know you're gonna kill it. But it's like the lead up to like the bike. It's like, am I actually gonna kill it on the bike? Am I gonna give it my all? It's like diving in the deep end. That's pretty much what I thought it was. It's like you just all right, you gotta go swim. Go try to figure this out. So like I actually kind of it's like I know how to wrestle. So it's like I know how to swim. So just go wrestle. It's like you don't gotta wait the hour and a half to freaking I don't know, like the first round of NCAAs is like 4 hours.
Yeah,
So like no build up, just go wrestle. It's like it's the same feeling but less build up, which I enjoyed the less build up. Does that make any
that
sense?
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So I guess the question is, do you still get as there's just not as much time to get nervous, like to feel the butterflies in your stomach?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think there was as much time to get nervous and there was just you just had to go. And maybe that's why I enjoyed it more. It was like maybe there was less of that. I don't know if anxiety is the right word, but like less anxiety and just more wrestling. Because like that
Mm,
first session, I'm like, I wrestled and then oh my gosh, I'm already up again. Oh my gosh, I'm already wrestling in the quarters. And then the semis was a little bit slower, but that session the second day was just it's just like it was like and maybe I'm just talking out loud. I like wrestling, so maybe I just enjoyed this. Like man, you're just wrestling like so it's like you're just wrestling all the time instead of just waiting all the time and then wrestling a little bit.
I would be able to thrive in that situation more as well. Just why think like I know how to wrestle. Why think about all the external things? Am I correct?
Yeah, yeah. It's like you're not thinking, you're just doing. So
Mm, doing's better. I think doing's way more fun.
yeah.
Okay. we have to kind of pivot to. And by the way, you're wearing a Brewer shirt. Good Lord.
Yeah, dude, I didn't
All
get the
right.
shower. I was doing a video like at that Ocean Jason Knowles
Oh,
company
really?
for this, and I'm like, and I had an indie earlier today, so I smell bad. I feel bad for my chair right here.
Well, we can't smell you from here, but
Uh,
I'll take your word for it. All right. We got to kind of pivot. What do you what do you think of the current, as it sits in 2025, current landscape of NCAA wrestling and NIL?
hmm. What do I think? I think it's good that athletes are getting paid. I do think that that is good. I don't love the amount of people leaving. I don't love like the top like I don't love just like is monopoly a good word? No, it's not a good word.
Mhm.
Yeah, monopoly of like
Well,
three.
it's a monopoly of resources for sure, right? I mean, let's call it what it is, Parker. There's 5 billionaires floating around the wrestling ecosphere, and they're
Mhm.
all they're all kind of bought up by 3, 4 programs, right?
Yeah,
And and so in a vague sense of the word, yeah, it's kind of a monopoly, bro.
I just think that part of it I don't love. I guess I've always loved being in like the underdog story, right? You always want to see in March Madness the I don't know. Actually, when I was a higher seed, I didn't want to see myself get upset, but I'm sure the fans would love that if that was the case. But it's like I always like seeing like small schools do well, and and do I think some small schools are still going to continue to do well? I do. I think you and I are still going to continue to do well, and so I don't love the everyone leaving and going to certain program like couple programs, but if they're getting paid and they're helping out like and they're changing their life because that is life changing money sometimes like it's like I don't know the upbringings of everyone, so it's like if they can get a if they can get a big check and have their family set for life, themselves set for life, like that's a win. But selfishly as a wrestling fan, I'm like, dang, it's like, but selfishly as a wrestling fan, I want to see more like the wealth spread a little bit.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
So you brought up upbringing. It seems to me that the way that you're brought up as a human being, not just as a wrestler, is becoming more impactful on what you do with yourself in NCAA wrestling.
mhm.
Do you think that the way that you were brought up from your parents played a part in the decisions that you made in terms of NIL, in terms of your college choice, in terms of staying at UNI, and how did it impact those decisions?
Yeah, I would definitely say how I was brought up. I think my parents were always well, I remember my dad saying, I don't know if it was my dad or mom, but if like you commit, you commit. And I didn't even tell him I committed to you and I, but it all worked out. But it was like I committed and they were like, you're not decommitting, like you're a man of your word. So I'm just thinking that now. I really haven't I don't even remember like I just remember that conversation when you were saying that. So it's just I do think they instilled work ethic and loyalty in me. I don't know, my parents they were I don't know, I admire the crap out of them. They showed up, they went to work, they did what they needed to support us, and we weren't poor by any means, but they got up and they earned their stuff by owning a company, and I do think I don't know, and maybe that's I do think, yeah, that played definitely a role, but also I think when you have people that love you and know how to develop you and invest in you and as a man, you have people around you that are that are invest in you spiritually and uh I mean, I don't think you can really put a price on all that. And like maybe you can. I just know for me it was like could I went in the portal and got a bag? I probably could have, but I don't know. There's something special about you and I and what we do as a program and the people around it and I also knew and I was getting better. So I really why would you take that risk of I don't know, maybe doing worse? Why would
Sure,
you
it has happened. It has 100% happened, right? Like we've seen it happen.
Yeah.
Um, so let me ask you this then. Fourth as a freshman, is that right? Fourth as a freshman?
No, I took third, second, first,
Right.
second.
Okay, so third. So okay. So would have been easy, especially after your junior year taking second, to announce yourself into the portal and get
Mhm.
that back. Was it something that crossed your mind?
Yeah, no, it definitely crossed my mind. I mean, I remember I was talking to people like I definitely talked to my coaches about it. It's like I had to communicate. I don't know, you're seeing numbers go around and you're like, huh. It's like I don't know if it was jealousy, but I definitely communicated feelings. But
Mhm.
like I I knew I didn't need that much, but it's just I don't know, you yeah. Oh, you definitely I got a little bit. So not that's not
No, I understand.
I don't think it's secret. It's like you see that and you're like, huh, and then like, it's attractive, but then just have the hard conversation, and then you see what goes from the hard conversation.
What did that conversation look like with Doug?
I mean, I just communicated the I don't know the I don't know, it's like it's very nonchalant. I remember just being in the restroom room like, man, they're like, can we do something about this? And he was always working on it. So yeah, he was thinking what I was thinking too.
Sure,
So
sure. He has to know, right? So, all
yeah.
right. So someone, and I'm going to choose my words pretty carefully here.
Mhm.
Someone really close to one of those bigger programs told me once that they don't really go after kids or athletes that don't show interest in leaving.
Yeah.
Okay. Was that your experience? So let's just say it's Iowa. It's not. That's not the point. Let's just say whomever around the collective at Iowa gets wind of a kid from Cal Poly, like Zeth Rami, right? Gets
Yeah.
wind, hey, he might be ready to go into the portal. Let's reach out to him now. But if they don't get those kind of tentacles out there, if the athlete doesn't get those tentacles out there, like those
Yeah.
feelers, generally they're not going after kids that seem pretty happy and stable in the situation that they're in. Was that your experience?
Yeah, no, I never really had anyone reach out. It's like I'll give crap to Ben. He was always jokingly like, "How much I gotta pay you to go to Missouri?" And I'm like, "Bro, no." But and no, it's like I never for me it's like I never really showed any interest in leaving. It was all I wanted to be at UNI because I knew what we were building. I think we're still building something pretty special. So in that aspect, I'm just like. I know that I don't even think the tentacles got out. So that's probably
Mhm.
why like people have asked me like, have you had offers? I'm like, I'm sure I could have got offers, but it was like I never really I never actually I never really I never explored the market. I never really wanted to explore the market. You have the hard conversation in where you are and you continue to I don't know, you see things work out. So but the tentacles
Yeah.
they never no, I never wanted to leave. Cedar Falls is a special place.
No, I hear you 100%. And that kind of corroborates this person's story, right?
Yeah.
Like if you weren't happy in the situation that you're in, you probably could have made that known pretty quickly, and then I'm sure there would have been offers. Do you know of anybody, whether it's a UNI wrestler or not, that was unhappy in their situation, did put out those feelers, and how immediate they got a response?
Honestly, I don't know anyone. I mean, I don't like I don't know. I feel like Mitchell didn't leave because of NIL. I don't even know. He might have been pre NIL too.
It was, yeah, like right just before, sure.
Yeah, I knew I think I knew he just wanted to be at a little bit better program, which is fine.
Sure.
It's like so
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then Penn State look since the Penn State reached out to him, so but he was like
Yeah.
training in Wisconsin, so it was kind of funny. But yeah.
Yeah. It was a little bit of a different situation for
Yeah.
sure.
I feel like
Um,
that's the only one that's really coming to mind. Like, so because like I'm thinking of my buddies like Keegan stayed. No one really reached out to
mhm.
him, and so
So you know what's interesting? You just mentioned three Aspen wrestlers, two of which stayed, one of which went from a situation where he made pretty significant jumps in his wrestling in a short period of time, right? Like Mitchell wasn't the Mitchell Messenbrink that we saw at the US Open when he was coming out of high school, when he was just coming out of high school. Agreed?
yeah, no, he's a very late bloomer.
Yeah. And so that said, it seems like there is a trend there, right?
Mhm.
Meaning, is this some is the understanding of loyalty something that was instilled by Ben and Max? Is that something that was talked about?
Oh, I'm curious about that. I don't know. I'm trying to think if they have like loyalty on the wall. Does that make sense? Like I'm trying like
Yeah,
I know like Heartland they always had like a they always had a they had a bunch of things on the wall, but I don't really know if it was instilled, but I know like they taught us to like to love the sport to get better to continually progress and I don't know if you have those attributes, I feel like you can succeed anywhere almost. So
mhm,
maybe it's like if you're finding if you're consistent, if you're disciplined, and if you enjoy getting better, like you, I don't know, I know Keegan loves watching wrestling. I'm sure Mitchell does too. Me and Mitchell aren't as close as him and Keegan, but me and Keegan, but it's I know the Sola twins they love getting better. They love watching wrestling. It's so I don't really know. I think they almost like teach you how to develop too and to love the sport. So in that aspect, I don't know if you I feel like you can almost make any situation better. If like, you know what I mean?
sure, sure. No, 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 that makes sense because the goal shifts,
Mhm.
right? The goal shifts from winning titles to constant progression. And
Yeah.
when that becomes the goal, Well, you can make that happen. I mean, look at the Cubans, right? Like me and my buddies goof about they got an outdoor mat, like there's no walls in their wrestling room. Like it's a tarp over some foam with like some rusty old metal weights on the side. And they seem to progress just fine, or at least they had in the past, right? They're a little bit down right now, but you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying, you know. So talk to me about what that kind of looks like on the day to day for Parker Keckeisen, because you're pretty good at wrestling, but obviously you can get something better, right? What does that
Yeah.
look like now as you're making the jump into the senior level?
Progressing. I think just having a routine that helps you get better. I know I used to do my indies with rope, and he's gone, sadly. I love the dude. Love the dude. Happy for him. It's it's
Super happy for you. Totally happy for you.
no, it's all see you Tuesday. That's all I gotta say to Roper. And then but it's cool working with Doug a little bit more, and knowing he's got a great mind for the sport too. And just so it's like now my it's like I can tell you a week. It's lift in the morning Monday, wrestle in the afternoon. Tuesday is a wrestle, and like that's an indie with Doug, and then RTC practice. Wednesday is a lift, and then wrestle in the afternoon. That's usually an off day, so that's more of an indie day too. Uh, and then Tuesdays wrestle. Fridays probably wrestle. Saturday probably one on Saturday or off, and then Sundays off. But it's just I don't know. Like me and Doug watched film yesterday, and he uh he got it's like I don't know you take notes in film, and then you try to apply them with some push out stuff, and it's like getting a little bit lower on my push out and just trying to progress. That was like the fun thing about the competition aspect is it showed skills that I need to get better at. It's like this morning we're doing man, even like because like against good wrestlers, your head is gonna get turned, but get your head back in and just keeping your elbow down. And so I think it's trusting the process and coming in each day with the intention to get better and to improve. And yeah, so and I've talked about playing with house money, so it's like there's like an utter like a piece about it. It's just like dang, it's like a lot of fun at this point. So
Why was the NCAA season so much more stressful for you?
I'm actually trying to figure that out in my head. I don't know, maybe because I like I don't know, I won nationals, and then like you don't want to do worse than like you did last year. You want to continue to progress and get better. And maybe maybe just excited for I don't know, maybe like m- m- maybe get my excited to get my butt whooped a little bit. I don't know, like is that bad to say? It's
No, 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 because
like
that's the
even
only times you really learn, right?
yeah, it's like even like a guy like Carter kind of I don't know. I said thank you, bro, for helping me make it jump. Like I know I lost, but like I know I got better this year. I know I'm a better wrestler than I was 2 years ago or like last year. So it's like having having that just having that opportunity and having a guy like Carter. It was I don't know. Like I didn't feel stress over it. It was just like it's like you're not gambling. Maybe it is gambling. It's like you don't know if you're gonna win or lose. It's kind of like exciting, and like
Mm,
in most like most of the times you probably know you're gonna. It's like yeah, could I lose this match? Like that's being humble. It's like yes, I know I
true,
can lose any match. I know I can get pinned or like a headlock, but like is that likely? Like probably not. Like let's be honest. Like probably not. But I think that almost had more pressure. It's like you have to
you're supposed to win.
yeah, you're supposed to win. You have to perform, and then kind of now it's like I still want to like I want to win, don't get me wrong, but it's just like
Sure.
it's like it's a lot of fun too. It's like I've never had like the want to win and fun. It's like almost like it was almost like, I just want to. It's like, man, dude, you got to win. So it's the second
Mhm.
round of NCAAs. It's the first round of NCAAs. You had a close match the last time. Uh, man, what if you get caught? What if you get headlocked and headlocked and then you're down? It's like, are you gonna be able to respond? Are you get points to the team? It's like like maybe I let that stress a little bit in there, but I've had I don't know, it's been so weird. The past couple weeks, it's just been like so much peace and I feel like I am getting better. It's just like so much peace and it's not whatever it kind of like whatever happens happens. Like I know I'm gonna go try to win these
Mhm.
matches. But if I don't, like it's like, what do you do, dude? You go back to work on Monday, you go back to work on Tuesday. Like it's that simple. Like even that was like the thing for NCAAs too, but I don't know, maybe I just put too much pressure on myself too.
Do
It's
you
like,
think that, well, hold on. Let's stop here. Do you think that your loyalty that you showed to UNI, putting on that UNI singlet, added to some of the stress that you felt for the program during the NCAA tournament?
mm, definitely think there was stress to perform because like
Mhm.
we needed like we had a goal to get a team trophy as a team, and it's like you want to get that goal, and how do you get that goal? You score the most team points you can, and so it's like that pressure was a little bit there. We had goals to like win Big 12s. And like I felt that it's like it's pressure. It's like even at Big 12s, it's like, oh, you get done with your finals match and then like you can like kind of enjoy it for a little bit. Enjoy it because like you get to watch Wyatt wrestle and then we're still in like a team race too. So but yes, I definitely, yeah, there's definitely, I don't know if the loyalty, it was just like I think we had team goals that we wanted to achieve, that we were going after for years, and it's like the first time, I don't know, it's like I don't know, I had a goal of like I thought it would have been pretty cool to be a five-time All-American. Like once that happened, it was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like I'm gonna be honest, it's cool. Um
Super cool.
it's like goal to I don't know, be in the finals too. It's like to try to get that opportunity. I don't know, and you have like 7 minutes left. It's like I don't know. It's like I don't know how freely can you. It's like because you don't have another one. It's just like, all right, it's just a bike sprint to you. It's like you're gonna be done at the end. So it's like it's kind of it's just like you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. So like, it's like you sprint. There's no pressure to sprint, but but also like when like you're in the middle of it, there's still it's like, yeah, you want to sprint, you want to win this, you want to you have to give you all, you got to perform. The team needs you to perform, which is a blessing, but also there's a weight with the blessing. There's a weight on you, and
Or
then so
there's a gravity to it. There's a gravity. Yeah, that actually makes a tremendous amount of sense. And do you have any regrets in terms of NIL, and do you regret never going into the portal? Do you regret never going after that bag?
no, I have no regrets. That's one thing I feel like I've seen like God in my life, and just it's like I never really asked for anything, and God provided. So it was like I know like I was growing in my faith and just not loving money is in there, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna try to apply this to my life, and I never really asked for anything, and lo behold, I do get some NIL stuff. So
Do you think people that did chase a bag, and it's impossible for you to put yourself in their shoes, but do you think that people that did chase that bag, do you think that they do regret it afterwards?
oh think some people do and some people don't. I think some people they had success and they set up their family for life. They set up themselves for life and I guess it all depends on their goals. Like was their goals to get the bag or was their goal to, win NCAAs and do that or like go win a team title, go win a team trophy. Maybe that's one of their goals. So I'm sure some people regret it, some people don't, but I don't judge anyone because I don't know these people. I don't know I only know me, or I'm not trying not to judge. I'm trying not to
Mhm.
judge. But it's like I only know what I did and what I felt and they might not like their situation. So if they got a better training situation, like man, that's awesome. That's awesome for themselves. If they set up themselves for life, their family, they can now save, they can invest. That's awesome. I feel like that's a win for themselves and so I guess yeah, I kind of have I got mixed feelings on it, but I know I'm not the one to judge that they're like what their why on doing it. It's like maybe they just wanted to wrestle at one of those big programs. I like wrestling in those big environments is cool. Like when we had Iowa State here in a packed McLeod, like that was a goal. It wasn't a goal of mine, but it was like a packed West gym was a goal, like something I really wanted to wrestle in. And then, but a packed McLeod's still pretty darn cool too. So, uh, yeah. So that's me rambling. It's like I'm not trying to judge those guys. I'm sure
No, I get it.
some regret it, some don't. But if whatever they think is a win. So it's their life.
Yeah, perception becomes the eventual reality. Okay, we're running a little bit short on time here, but I do have one more.
My bad. I'm talking.
No, 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 no. It's good. No, trust me. This is kind of what we do. Um, what was the one number that you heard floating around and like, dude, this guy's getting how much? That made you go, that's a conversation that I
500.
need to have with 500,000.
Oh, with Doug, I didn't need to have a conversation with it. Like the Doug. No, it's like I'm like, dang, at 500 grand, that's a lot of money, bro. But but good for them, and also but also my head always went back to is like how much money can you put how much what is the dollar value of knowing that you're loved, developed? Uh, is there a song about how much is love worth or something? There might be a movie about it or something.
It might
But
be. Sounds like Whitney Houston jam, but go ahead.
yeah, I was thinking of Seasons of Love, like the 520,000 minute song. But no, it's like my head always went back to that. It was just like how much is like, man, even being around guys that you love. Like I know I haven't talked much about the team, but man, the team has made it so enjoyable just to get better at wrestling, to love wrestling. And so I don't know. It's like when you have a relationship like Roper and Doug and Randy and Drew and B Rob and it's like they know they love you and I just putting a price tag on that is hard for me personally.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of
And
what we were getting at.
yeah, and the teammates. So
Yeah. All right. Joel Shaw, anything before we get to our sprint, brother?
Reno?
Bringing it home. All right. Here we go, Parker.
Oh,
Don't what?
uh, well, this will be Parker's first time doing our sprint finish because we didn't do
Correct.
it on episode 3 when Parker was
Did
on
not
last.
exist the first time.
dang,
So these are
I was episode 3.
yes, episode 3.
Boom.
Yeah. First one was Jake Elkins from Ironclad. And then we had who did we have
I saw
second?
him.
Seth Groves? I think it was Seth. I don't
I
even
know
remember.
Roper and Doug have both been on. I've listened to them.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Episode 2 was. Hold on, I'm scrolling.
I need to. Jake was actually on it. I need to go. I like listening to that guy talk.
Joe
So,
Dubuque.
So do I. Joe Dubuque, Joey D. Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
All right.
that's
That was
40
back when he was a a mild-mannered assistant. He was never mild-mannered, but you get the idea. All right, here's the sprint. You ready here, brother?
I'm
What's
ready.
the
Let's
best
go.
wrestling shoe of all time?
Best what? Sorry.
Wrestling shoe.
Best wrestling shoe. Wow, I thought I used to be Combat Speeds, but I've been really liking my Nike Inflix.
Nike Inflix just dropped a brand new one. They just
I
dropped a
know,
brand new one today.
I know. We had some, and I didn't love those. Great,
Really?
great camp shoes though. Great
Okay.
camp. Actually, I think they were
What?
just a little small, but like they fit like socks. They're like the
Uh,
Tawas, but Inflix, and like you don't even need to this great. Like if you're not gonna tie your shoes, I feel like those are gonna be the perfect shoes. So.
that's a perfect shoe for me. I haven't tied my shoes in 20 years. So
Coach, those are great,
so
coach. You need to get a pair.
all right, very good. All right. Next one. Give me a book recommendation. Maybe something that kind of encapsulates what we talked about today. Something that, you learned a lot of this loyalty and a lot of this stuff from your parents and a lot of them from the coaches that you had along the way and the relationships that you built. Tell me a book rec.
I want to say the Bible, but also Extreme Ownership by Jocko.
Mhm.
One of my favorite books. I know I haven't read it in a
Yeah.
while. Just I know Doug in our culture, and now that I mean thinking about it, like even like some sort of development is still like you gotta point the finger at yourself too. So if like make it happen, don't rely on other
Mm.
people. Put the ownership on you.
Yeah. There it is. Right there.
Oh, yeah, awesome.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. Yeah. Hate to take credit for San Diego, but I will. Uh,
Good.
um,
Or San Diego's.
I told you got an open door policy, brother. My dog is sleeping right there. You could sleep right over there.
Let's do
Okay.
it.
All right, and we'll get you on a surfboard too.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay. You only get four. They got to be American. Who is on your Mount Rushmore of wrestling?
Wow. JB, JB, dang it, dude. I'm really about to say Kyle Dake after he beat me. Kyle Dake, David Taylor, uh, and then Ben Askren.
Ben Askren. He has been making a lot of appearances on Rushmore as of late. I
Yeah, I
think it's
think I
like we always talk about the impact on the sport.
yeah.
He has had a tremendous impact on the sport.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking I actually think I saw it on your social media. It was Maple. Maple said at Ben, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
was like
yeah, yeah.
I saw it on, and that's why like, I thought of it. I was like, it, well, Ben probably came to mind. Ben came to mind first, but I had to say Burrows. So
Yeah. 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 It's hard to ignore the goat.
yeah.
Yes. Okay. Last
John
one.
Smith. Oh my gosh, I didn't say John Smith, bro. Oh lordy. All right. Yeah,
Well,
you only get four.
that's it. All right. Last one. You got a magic wand and you can change one thing about the sport of wrestling and it changes immediately. Tell me what it is.
Wow. Dang it, dude. Dang it. That's a good question. Part of me wants to say like NIL, but if all the wrestlers in the world could be in one area, then you can go get all the feels ever. You don't got to travel. You can all wrestlers that are wrestle live in like one city.
That's interesting.
Because then
That's
you
interesting.
don't gotta have an 8 hour, you don't have to have plane rides overseas if you want to get a foreigner feel. You just gotta go into the practice room because every wrestler is in there.
I love it. That is a really interesting take. I'm all about staying off the road, especially
You
lately.
you have to realize, Mike, I'm lazy and I don't want to. I probably once you it's probably like the waiting game at wrestling tournaments. Like it's like a 12-hour plane ride overseas does not seem fun for me, but I'm sure it's a
Gotta
blast
do it.
once.
No, you got to do it. You just got to do it. Yeah, it does. It's not ideal. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I am looking forward to my next trip overseas. However, I'm not looking forward to the plane ride at all. Like,
Yeah.
not even a little bit. Like that part of it sucks. All right. Parker Keckeisen, our first repeat guest ever. Thank you so much for coming on today, brother. I really do appreciate your time.
No, thank you for having me. This was a blast. I got to
All
get
right,
in the
man. I'll talk to you
man. We
soon.
got practice in 2 hours.
Go rinse off for a little bit.
I know. I'm gonna have ringworm. Probably.
It happens.
Yeah. No.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you guys.
Wait. Don't go anywhere before you hit that next button. If you enjoyed listening to this episode, do us a huge favor. Click that subscribe button. And if you're so inclined, leave a review and share it.